That should not be one of the things you are asking, because you want to remain central to the core themes of what's going on in the business, which is maximizing profitability and reducing costs. I actually test drove this one. Yep, can guarantee not the right thing to ask. Hi, I'm Dr. V. Boykin, a former single mom, stripper, felon, and now doctor, keynote speaker, and author of Fix Your Face and Watch Your Tone, Women Know It's Needed. I help marginalized communities achieve a more equitable personal and professional experience. Today, I want to talk to you about 3 things you should not be asking and 3 things our allies should be asking to help out. So if you really want to show up and be an ally, here's the deal. We need you to ask the questions that sometimes put us at risk. Number 1, if a company is going through a restructuring, you as a marginalized community, which many times are disproportionately impacted by layoffs, you should not be asking, hey, what about our DEIB team? What are you doing with them? Instead, we need to have our allies that are well-positioned and well-placed in the company to ask this question. What are you doing to quantify the valuable business impact that diverse teams make? That's what we need our allies to be asking on behalf of us. We don't need to be asking that. We need you asking that. Number 2, you should probably not be asking if this is the time they're going to get a chief diversity officer. I know you want one. I want you to have one. But when they're doing layoffs, probably not the best time to ask. However, what our allies should, and yes, I'm shoulding on you, what our allies should be asking is, what are the plans to formalize the importance of DEIB within our company because of the financial impact that is positive that it makes on our products, services, and bottom line? That's what I want our allies to ask. So I don't want us asking, hey, when are you going to create another very high dollar, high value position to help out those of us that are marginalized, also known as the global majority? But our allies can ask that. Our well-placed allies, when they're looking at who they're cutting and how they're cutting, yes, make it fair. Yes, make it equitable, but also make it strategically advantageous for the business, which means you're not cutting the positions that literally increase productivity through belonging in the workplace. The third thing, and this one is debatable, but I still feel very strongly about it. You should not be asking during layoffs, when are you getting a raise? That should not be one of the things you are asking, because you want to remain central to the core themes of what's going on in the business, which is maximizing profitability and reducing costs. I actually test drove this one. Yep, can guarantee not the right thing to ask. However, our well-placed allies can be asking, hey, how are you going to recognize the performance of this person that did an incredible job? And let that be somebody from a marginalized community that's normally overlooked. Somebody that's been in line for promotion, but because of the current climate is easy to overlook. Campaign for them, advocate for them, sponsor them because they won't be in those rooms. Bring up their accomplishments, bring up their quantifiable impact on the company. So it's not time for you to ask for your raise or promotion, but it is time for an ally or a sponsor to make that request on your behalf. So those are the 3 things I want our allies to actively show up and do. I want our allies rushing the scene in those 3 areas, asking those questions, taking the burden off us. And remember, it's not about being a good or bad person. This is about, are you a person that's looking out for the best interests in terms of productivity and profitability for your company? It's time to stop linking DEI, DEIB to if you're a good or bad person, and let's keep it focused on what matters to companies. Are you a person that considers the profitability as your number 1 objective for your company? If so, or if it's at least number 2, you need to be talking about DEIB. You need to be supporting DEIB efforts. You need to be retaining top talent across all spectrums. That diversity of thought makes teams 87% smarter. They have better outcomes. So that's what I need our allies to do. And you heard it here from Dr. V. Thanks so much.